Hey, hey, hey! Happy 2021, everybody! Yes, Miss Rue's got the wiggles about it. We all have the wiggles about it. We're very excited. So thank you so much for joining me for this first workout of 2021. Today we are going to do a circuit, kind of like we did for Christmas, I believe it was, where we're going to spell out New Year's with our circuit. So each exercise is going to start with a letter of New Year's. So just a fun way to kind of celebrate and honor the holiday, but also get a great workout at the same time. So what you're going to need today is a pair of light hand weights and a pair of medium hand weights, and that should get you through. Obviously we're all different, but there's nothing that we are doing today that's going to be a heavy weight exercise. So light and medium is kind of where we're looking. I want you to have a little bit of wall space here. Mind you, it might not be as fabulously decorated as this, but a little bit of wall space, and then just your yoga mat, floor support, whatever it is that makes you comfy in the floor. So we've got a little wiggly girl here who is acting like she's sad and happy at the same time. Maybe that's how you feel about working out too. That's all right. So again, we're going to spell out New Year's, and what our theme is behind also spelling out New Year's is some combination exercises again. So one exercise that hits multiple parts of the body, or combining two exercises into one exercise is what we are going to be doing today. Oh, here comes your personal trainer, little Miss Rue. She is here to encourage with that sweet, sweet, sweet face. And guys, so the times that we're going to be working in today is 1 minute rounds, 20-second breaks, 8 exercises. So we'll go through that 4 times. So again, that's 1 minute of work, 20 seconds off, 8 exercises, 4 trips through. Works out to about 48 minutes on the clock. So let's see. Otherwise, as always, modify as needed. There will be some exercises today. I'll show you some variations of, so you've got lots of options. And just remember, modify can be for many things. It can be because maybe your fitness level is beginner and you need to tone it down a little bit, or maybe you've got an injury. There's all sorts of reasons to modify. Never be intimidated by an exercise. I'm going to talk to some of our newer folks, knowing that it's the new year, and usually that encourages some new exercisers, which is awesome. So just know that if you're doing something, or I'm showing you something, and you are like, what? I am not there. Just do your version of it. We're doing combination exercises today. If that's a little too much, then take out one piece of it and just make it a single exercise. That's a great way to modify. Circuit is a fantastic way to modify if you're new. You could skip around if you need to skip around. We're doing 4. Or if 8 exercises is too much, do 6 exercises instead. Or if 1 minute is too long, do 45 seconds instead, or 30 seconds instead. So circuit is a great way to start in your fitness journey, because there's so many different things you can modify. You can modify the exercise, the time, the amount of circuits. You've got all sorts of options there. And always add music if you need it. I won't play music here just to keep myself copyright safe. And I will be checking Facebook, the comments, the live video in between each round, just to make sure that everybody's questions are answered, comments are answered, things like that live. Or you can always leave a comment or shoot me a message if you're working out after the fact. And lastly, the 2 things I always ask is to please share, subscribe, review, all of those things, all those social media interactions that I hate personally but love professionally, because they do help spread the word about what we're doing here. And I know lots of people are looking for options in the new year, so I would love them to find us here and make us their fitness home. And lastly, if you do wish to donate any funds for these exercise videos, it is the only payment I receive, and it is greatly appreciated. Venmo at Strong Style Fit is where you'll find me. All right, guys, so we're going to get started here momentarily. I've got the timer set up, so you will hear time cues for everything except for the very first start. Like, there's no starting bell for some reason. So I'll hit start, and then you will have time cues every step of the way after that. Have your water close by. There is a 2-minute break between each circuit, so you will get a nice long break in between each circuit to grab your water, do whatever else it is that you need. So we're going to start. I'm going to kind of pre-coach the first exercise, since once I hit start, we're off and running. So I'll pre-coach the first exercise. It is a new one, And then after that, I'll just kind of coach you the exercise in our 20-second breaks. So just be patient with yourself in the first round. Give yourself a moment to learn the exercise. It will be a little clunkier the first round, but they can get smooth sailing afterwards. And I just encourage you that in that time where you're learning the exercise, don't just stand still and wait till I get finished and then get to it, because chances are if you do that, you're only going to get like 15 seconds of work. So if I say do a YTW, you know a Y lift is this. So go ahead and start Y lifting and then pick up the T and the W as I'm coaching it, okay? All right, guys, so where we're going to start is called, we're going to work in a negative. That's the N of our New Year's, is negatives. So the negative, we work the negative of the exercise is usually the reverse. So, for example, a bicep curl, this is what we think of as the work, right? Here. But the negative is this direction, the lowering, okay? So, if you slow that down, this becomes a lot of work instead of just dropping them down, focusing here. So, we're going to do a negative bicep curl overhead press. So, bicep curl will be fast on the up, fast up, fast up, slow down, slow down. Fast up, slow, slow. Okay? So working the negative means we're working the slower part of the exercise, the part that is usually not the work. I'm going to grab my normal weight for this, but negatives change the game, so I might be changing my weight pretty quickly. All right, so I'm going to grab a drink of water, check, make sure our video looks good, and we'll come back and get started right away. I'll see you in just a sec. All right, guys. So we've got our negative bicep curl. That's our N in New Year's. That's where we're going to start. Go ahead and get yourself set up. I'm going to be just slightly off camera. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. You hear me say 1. I'll be starting the timer, and then I'll jump right back into frame and join you. All right, guys. We're going to get started in 3, 2, and 1. And there goes that timer. All right, so again, we're working the negative. So we curl up quickly. We press up quickly. We slowly lower down. Slowly lower down. Push, push. Slow, slow. Got it? Push, push. Slow, slow. Push. Slow, slow. You got the hang of it now. Slow it down, slow it down. Fast, fast. Slow, slow. It's a really different feeling, right? To not focus so much on the curl up or the push up, but the lowering. There we go. All right, guys, so let's bring it down to the floor. We're going to do elbow plank, so that's the E in our New Year's, elbow plank with tap outs to the side with our feet. We have done these before, so you should be familiar. It should ring a bell once we get started. All right, so we come down to our elbow plank, elbows underneath shoulders, hands out in front. We step back into our elbow plank, and we're doing tap outs to the side. So we're working here, our combination is our core, we're working our shoulders, and we're working our obliques by tapping those feet out to the side. So you can modify by dropping to your knees, and you can just step out, drop your knee, step out, drop your knee. Ooh, hello body. Everybody's waking up. Invited to the party, right? Make sure you're keeping that core engaged. Don't let your booty start to pop up. All right. Whew. We are coming to a wall sit with a side crunch. So, wall sit, we grab ourselves a piece of wall, We lower ourselves down. Now, what I like to do, garbage trucks here, sorry. Perfect. As I start to get my wall sit situated, then I pick up my booty, roll my tail, make sure my spine's nice and long, and then roll my back. So now I'm here. So we're on our wall sit. We're going to put our hands down to our side. Keep our back on the wall. And crunch to the side. So I really want you to think crunch here. Use those obliques. Squeeze it down. So don't just flop to the side. Here, really squeeze, squeeze, while keeping that back on the wall. Check on your wall sit. Make sure you're not creeping up the wall. Weight to the back of those heels. Don't start wading up into those toes. All right, come on up. So our Y in New Year's is going to be a YTW. We're going to do that with a light weight. Whew. Garbage truck people are going crazy out there. Normally they don't come on Saturdays with the holiday. They're here today. All right, so we're going to make a Y, a T, and a W. So we are working all heads of the shoulder. So we go Y, bring it down, T, and then flip up, W. Y, T, W. Y, T, W. So combination exercise, it's all shoulder, but different muscles in the shoulder. My shoulders are really stiff today. Had a shoulder neck thing mad at me lately. So I don't know how pretty my W's are, but I think you get the gist. All right, guys. So this next one, we'll need some modification most likely. You can work on the wall, you can work on your knees, or you can work in full push-up. I cannot do this in full push-up, so this is called an exploder push-up. That's the E in New Year's. So exploder push-up, if we're going to modify, which I am definitely going to modify, we're going to go to our modification, we drop down into a push-up, and try to push up and clap and land. So down, explode up, and catch yourself. Now, I haven't done these in a long time, so I'm not a great example because you want to be able to really land lightly and with control. So that's your full version, or up, shoulder tap, down, shoulder tap. So just think, I want you to think explosion. So when you get to the bottom, explode up. That's what you're working for. Or on the wall, come down, explode up. You can see on the wall, it's a little too easy unless you're a very beginner, but you work wherever you feel comfortable. All right, I know that was a lot of instruction on that one, so I didn't get too many of myself, but definitely the key to the exploder push-up is to think, get to the bottom, explode to the top. Instead of focusing on the lower, boom. Almost like working that negative again. All right, we're gonna do an alternating squat with pullbacks. So pullbacks, you can choose to use no weight or use very light weight. So we're going to squat out, pull back. And honestly, my shoulders are kind of angry, like I said, so I'm gonna go no weight, just pull back. Which, if you do this correctly, you get a lot of great shoulder and lat engagement here. I want you to imagine you're grabbing something and pulling it apart. So it's not just a flop. Really resist, pull back. In fact, I like this sensation much better, really, than what I was feeling with the weights. All right, we're coming down to the floor. Our last two exercises, we're going to be on the floor. So we are doing the R of New Year's. So we're going to do a reverse crunch with cross taps. So reverse crunch, you start here, you lower, lift, cross, cross. So this piece here is the reverse crunch, cross, cross. Now usually I just call these leg lifts because it's a lot more obvious what that is. But when you need an R and you don't want to do reverse fly or a row, you gotta get creative. But this is technically really called a reverse crunch. We're here because you're expanding, contracting, boom. All right, and then the S in New Year, we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna do a Superman with a lat pull down. So we've done these before. We've done Supermans a lot. Superman with lat pull down quite a few times. So will probably sound very familiar to you. So we think Superman, flying, we're on our belly. We've got our head in line with our body. So the Superman piece is we squeeze our booty, see my legs lift, by squeezing my booty, and we squeeze our back. So this is Superman. And then Superman with a lat pull, we come up, elbows towards pockets, out, down, up, elbow towards pockets. So imagine you've got a long bar attached to one of those pulling machines in the gym, and you're pulling down, up, down. So again, resist yourself, even if you feel like you're irresistible. Resist yourself as you pull down. Woohoo! We did it, guys. Round one is done. So we got a 2-minute break here. Catch your water, catch your breath. It's a great time to reevaluate your space. If you need to get rid of any weights or add any weights, great time to do it. And in fact, I'm like, can I offload? Yeah, I'll leave those there. But yeah, so, and this is a great one. Again, think about your weight selection as far as, like, for example, the alternating squats with the pullbacks. Weight sometimes is a negative. When I was here, all I felt was my chest, and I really wanted to feel my shoulders here. So if I take those weights away, I can put these out with no effort, but then pull back, resist hard, and get that muscle engagement. So I just wanted to revisit that point, because sometimes when I say, oh, I didn't like the way the weights wasn't necessarily too heavy, it was just making me focus on something I didn't really want to focus on. I wanted to focus back here, not out here. And with those weights out here, that's the focus, right? All right, guys, we got just about 45 seconds. I'm going to check the video, grab some water. I'll join you back here for those negative bicep curls with the overhead press. It's a little chilly in the garage today, but heater's doing a good job. I was like, why am I not sweating? And I'm like, oh, because it's like 45 degrees outside, that's why. But it is awesome to be back into my normal space. I loved working out in the house and showing off all my decorations. I definitely love that. But you know what, it's kind of distracting. Like, and I would say think about that. When you, wherever you work out, do you get easily distracted in that space? And if so, do you need to change your space, or can you change your space? Some of us don't have that luxury, but you know, when I was doing the videos in the house. I was so distracted by the dogs and by what else is going on, and oh, that Christmas light's crooked, you know? Whereas when I'm out here in the garage, it is me and you and our storage, and that's what I got, you know? And the lights actually blank out everything around the camera, so I don't even really see anything but the camera. Just deep thoughts with Tracy. So again, we work fast, fast, slow, slow. Fast, fast, slow, slow. Yeah, I noticed I was like feeling stressed out during my workouts, which I never do. I mean, every now and then I'll be like, ooh, this one isn't going the way I want. But that's rare. And I'm usually never like anxious. But I just found myself being like anxious and distracted. I was like, what's going on? And a lot of it is just a bit anxious and distracted season, right? But I definitely think being in the house and having all those familiar things, and it just gives your brain places to wander, you know? Excuse me. Elbow plank, tap outs. The E in our new year, the first E in our new year. So again, guys, here we want our elbows right underneath our shoulders, hands out making the little 11s. We want our gaze to be down between our hands, so we're not looking down at our feet. That core tight, up and in. Stepping out with control. If you can't step out far, it's not about how far you step out, so it's about that control. So if you can only take it a couple inches out with control, that's fine. Sure you're breathing. Beautiful. All right, our W in New Year's. Wall sit with the side crunches. Whew. Get those legs ready. All right, grab yourselves on the wall. Sit into your wall sit. Now your wall sit is your version of low, right? Your version, so modify to stand taller. I want you to keep that back on the wall. I like to roll my tail, roll it down. Look at those side crunches. So squeeze, guys. Don't just dump into your side. Squeeze up, squeeze up. This is an easy one to let yourself cheat on if you don't pay attention to what you're doing. 20 seconds. Bring that back on the wall. Squeeze in here. Squeeze. Pull. So you squeeze, and then use this side to stand yourself up. Squeeze. Pull up. All right, come on up. We're going to grab those light weights. We've got the Y in New Year's coming up. And I keep messing with my pants. These are a new pair of pants. And they're super duper high-waisted, which I love, but they keep rolling. Like all of them have an inner tube around me. All right, guys, Y, T, W. Shoulders back and down, neck long. Y, bring it down. T, bring it down. Flare it out, W. Y, T, W, Y. If you're feeling a lot of pull in your neck, the base of your neck or all down through your neck, your weight's too heavy. And if your weight's already really light, you're like, Trace, I don't have lighter, put them down. Do just the hand motions. Heavier is not always better. I'm gonna finish my W. Ah, there we go. All right, guys, so we got exploder push-ups. So again, we've got the wall version. You can come out, Down, I want you to think, explode off the wall. Catch yourself. Explode. Clap. Catch yourself. If you're on the wall. Or come down to your knees. And you can either explode, or you can explode up into a shoulder tap. So we can drop down, explode up and clap, or down, shoulder tap. Shoulder tap. But I want it to be, like I said, an explode. Push. Boom. Push. Boom. I'm going to keep trying. I used to have these really good. Woo! It's fun to try though, right? All right, guys. Got the alternating squats with the pull backs. So I hope you're having fun with those exploders. I know it's a challenge, but definitely, you know, if you're like, I'm bored with shoulder taps, but I can't quite get the explode, come to the wall, practice on the wall. It's fun. So alternating squat, push back. You might have to fight your ego on the exploder a little bit. I definitely do. I know I was really good at them for a while. But with just my chronic shoulder thing, push-ups are still so hard for me. So I just have to listen to myself. What do I say? You get a new body every day. So today, exploders are a little tough for me. So I'll try a few, but then don't let my ego get in the way and keep trying and hurting myself. So I back it off, try again later, right? All right, come down to the floor, reverse crunch with a cross tap. Now, if you are someone who needs the support under your lower back, so the cross is tough for you because you have to pull your hands out, you can omit the cross, so you can lower and lift, or you can leave your hands tucked and just do a little mini shoulder lift, shoulder lift. Just make sure you're lifting up and across to get that same as if you were reaching across. So modified version 2 is if the double legs are too much, you can do one leg at a time, cross, cross, or you can do heels and knees. Okay, or if two knees are too much, you can alternate knee. Okay, so you got a lot of options in that one. Superman, if the Superman flat pull is too much, you can just do the lower part of your Superman, or just do the upper, or alternate, or go for the full shebang and pull it back. Remember guys, we're lifting those legs by squeezing our booty. Awesome work, guys. That's our break. We are halfway done. We have got through 2 rounds out of 4. Good work, guys. I hope you're enjoying it. My sweat is here now. My sweat has arrived. Definitely breathy. It feels good. It's that great level of work. So we get 2 more trips through. If you're new, remember you can always take a break. You can extend your break. You can do 6 out of 8 exercises. Whatever it is that you need to do, do it. You're in control of your workout. What's great about combination exercises is I know if you're new, this might look like a lot, but like I said, you can take out a combination and just do one part of the exercise. You're still doing a great amount of work for your exercise level, which is what you're looking for, right? Just about a minute. I'm check on the video. Be right back. Whew. All right, we are looking good. So we've still got plenty of break left. We got 50 seconds. I'm going to start back with the N in our new year. So again, just a reminder with those, the negatives. So we're working the lowering instead of the curling and the pushing. We're working the lowering. So it's a different way to work the exact same muscle. So you're not working any different muscle group than you normally would. You're just working it in a different way, which is really cool. And it's one of the reasons I keep doing these videos, is just to keep showing you guys all the different ways you can work your body and not get bored. Because boredom, surefire way to make you stop working out. If you're not doing something you love or you find interesting, you are out. All right, guys, we are under 10 seconds, so go ahead and grab that weight. All right, guys, so we got the negative bicep curl, overhead press. So the shoulders back. We go quick, quick, lower, slow, lower, slow. Quick, lower, slow, slow. Lowering slow also might show you a little bit of a weaker side. You might see, ooh, that side can't drop as slow as the other one. It is bailing out more quickly. Again, we always have our 2 sides are different, and it can even be different. My left upper, but my right lower is weaker, you know. Bodies are interesting things. We are under 10 seconds. All right. E in New Year's, elbow plank tap outs. So remember, you've got a couple modification options in your elbow plank tap out. Main thing with even with your arms, the elbow plank. Preferably, you want your elbow plank to be here, but this is also an option too. I just caution against it because when we're here, we tend to start squeezing our hands really hard, and which then that makes our neck squeeze, our trap squeeze. So if we can keep our hands open, that is preferred. But I know that can be really challenging. For some reason, this feels so much better. So if you do have your palms gripped, just be very careful that you're not squeezing the bejeezies out of your hands. Woo-wee. Hello shoulders, hello core. Hello adductors, pulling those legs back in. All right, we've got our wall sit, the side crunch, W in New Year's. 10 seconds, go ahead and start getting yourself set up. So again, find your low. You want to make sure your knees and ankles are in alignment. You're in a low seat. Weight towards the back of your feet. You should be able to wiggle your toes. That doesn't mean hold your toes up. Back on the wall. Squeeze to the side. Again, we're not rocking back and forth. Squeeze down, pull back up. Squeeze, pull. Squeeze, pull. Wall sit modification is just to come up higher. If you got too low, your knees are hurting, come up higher. If your legs are shaking, but you're still maintaining, sister, hang in there. You got 13 seconds. You can do it. Reach for that floor. You're 5 seconds. Hang in there. Woo! Yes, I was burning too, guys. You are not alone. Woo! All right, we're to the Y underneath. It's going to be those YTW lifts. Light weights here. All right. Good. Spread shoulders. Back and down. Y. T. W. Y. T. W. Good job. Working those shoulders. These are really fun if you have access to a TRX. You can do a lot of these kind of lever exercises with upper body. It's pretty fun. Almost there, guys. Hang tough. One more YTW. Y. T. W. Awesome. All right. So we are back to those exploder push-ups. So remember, we can work on the wall. Do some exploders up there. Do them from our knees. Again, when we say exploder, ideally, do we want to push up and clap? Ideally. But it's more about the idea of dropping down and then exploding up. So it's different here on the wall. I get to work on the explosion part with a little less weight and pressure. And I get to do a little more quickly. Woo! So that was different, right? Modified. Same exercise. So when I was here on the floor working the exploder, of course it was more challenging. I'm pushing all my weight and it was a little more slow. Perfect modification, working on that strength portion. And here, I was able to focus more on the explosion part. And move quicker, so get heart rate up a little bit. And I was feeling plenty in my chest. So maybe try it both ways. Just see where you get the most benefit. Also less impact on the wrist. If you were trying the exploders and you were able to get up and clap, but you were landing kind of hard into your hands like I was, that can be a lot on your wrist, especially if you have a sensitive wrist or wrist issues already. Try the wall. You get the fun of getting that big explosion and clap while practicing and building your strength for it. Woo! Hello, heart rate. All right, reverse crunch with cross tap. Reminder, if your heart rate is really high, especially if you have blood pressure issues, take a little extra break before you come down to the floor. All right, guys. So remember, we've got the double leg option, single leg modification, double knees and heels, single knees and heels. So you've got lots of versions to work in. Really think about those crosses too. We're coming up and across with our shoulder and our chest, not our head. Last S in New Year's, Superman with a lat pull down. So just be mindful in your Supermans, guys. Think about your strength. When you are lifting your shoulders, lifting your booty, is it from a place of strength or are you just bending really hard through your spine? You want to think of it as a place of strength, that muscles are squeezing to make you lift. If you really feel like you're just dumping into your back, then I want you to take it down to either just the legs or just the upper body, or alternate legs and upper body. It's not about how high you get, it's about the squeeze. All right, guys, believe it or not, we are already through 3 rounds. I feel like it's going by really fast. Is it just me? All right, so catch your breath. We've got one more round to go. You can totally do it. You have got it. And if you are, again, beginning, and you are like, Tracy, I don't got it, then that's the beauty of circuit. You've already done 3 full rounds. You've done all the exercises. Take a little break if you need to. Meet us at exercise 4. Or if you're just done, I encourage you to take this last 10 minutes or so and just stretch. Still be present. Be part of the workout. It's a great way to stay encouraged. All right, we've got a minute and 10 seconds or so. I'm going to check on the video one last time. I'll be right back. I also keep fighting with this mat. It's a different shape. Let me check the video one more time. I'll just have to live to be happy with that one. It's a very different shape from our previous mat. And it's so funny, because when you stand here, it looks really crooked from one angle, but then you look in the camera and it looks straight. And then when it looks straight to you in person, it looks crooked on the camera. So, anyways, I'll work on maybe between now and the next workout, kind of marking off where the mat needs to go. All right, guys, we are almost there. We've got 15 seconds, one last trip through the circuit, and we're going to be all done. What a great way to start your day. All right, I'm going to grab my weights. All right, guys, we've got that negative. So, up, up. Slow, slow, up, up, slow, slow. Good. Remember that form. Don't let that slow break your form down. Nothing has changed about the movement. It's just the speed in which we're moving. Okay, work guys. Just about 10 seconds. All right, guys, that one is done. No more of those. All done. All right, we've got the elbow plank with the tap outs. So remember, you can be here or you can be here. But if you're here, watch, make sure you're not squeezing and tensing off your upper body, because it's so easy to happen. Shoulders back and down, step back, drive through those heels, step out. Make sure we keep that booty low. When we start moving our legs, they tend to pop up a little bit. It's just natural, so you really gotta think about it. Again, make sure you don't have your head tucked, looking down at your feet. Trust that they're fine. You don't need to watch them. Woo! And that one is done. Hallelujah, right? Everybody seems to hate elbow plank. It's a pretty common thing. All right, our wall sit, and a side crunch. I think too, unless you're someone who does elbow planks, elbow plank has this like outer appearance of being easier, which I always quickly correct. All right, guys, we're sitting in that wall sit, ankles, knees in alignment, and we crunch. Back stays on the wall. Just reaching down for the floor. Squeeze. Squeeze. Weight should be towards the back of your feet. You should be able to wiggle your toes. Again, I don't want you to hold them up though. Sometimes people go a little too literal and hold their toes up. That's not good either. You just want to be able to lift them and wiggle them to know that your weight's in the right place on your foot. Woo, those legs are shaking. You got 10 seconds. Don't stand up. Don't stand up. Don't do it. 5 seconds. Stay in it. Woo. My quads have been sore for the better part of a week. Actually, since Tuesday's workout. Woo. All those squats and lunges in Tuesday's workout. My legs, woo, y'all. Burnt up. I was like, nothing like when you kick your own butt, right? All right. YTWs. The Y in New Year's. Y. T. W. T. W. T. Good. You're tight across your chest, that W. You might feel quite a stretch across your chest. That's all right. Squeeze in the back of those shoulders. Open that chest up. Y. T. And W. My W. W. Awesome, guys. All right. We are to those exploder push-ups. So if you've been trying on the floor, don't feel super successful on the floor, or you just feel like, man, I'm not really going to focus on that explosion. It's more like survival. Maybe on the wall, give that a shot. I apologize, my grip keeps changing. This outlet's in like the worst place. So I'm always like trying to, it's like right where my push-up hands want to be. Push, explode. Explode off that wall. That's where your power. Load up at the bottom, push to the top. intensity of work, moving at that pace, it's like just pump it like a little, like when you pump up a bike tire or inner tube, right? It's just like pump into those chest muscles. It's awesome. I actually really like that. All right, alternating squats, pull backs. So pull back. Remember, we're resisting, so we're not just flopping back. We're resisting. We've got something super stretchy in our hands and we're pulling it apart. Sitting back into that deep chair in our squat. Chest stays tall. Good work, guys. 15 seconds. Get you breathy, right? Woo! That one gets me. All right, we've got the reverse crunch. The cross tap. Remember, if you're up here, you're super elevated. Be careful coming to the floor, or just wait a little bit. Come to the floor once you caught your breath a little more. All right, so we set up, down, reverse crunch up, cross, whole chest, cross. Good job, guys. Hitting all parts of that core. Oh, I hear the pitter patter, little roof feet. Hi, little roof feet. Hi. You've got great timing. Just got one more floor exercise. We've got one more exercise to do. Are you ready? Are you ready for one more exercise? Are you ready for one more exercise? All right, let's do it. All right, guys. Thank you, Rizzo. We've got our Supermans with the lat pull down. And then we are done. Squeeze it up, pull it back. Remember, guys, we're squeezing all of those muscles along the back body to lift. We're not just arching through our back, dumping into that lower back. We're squeezing butt cheeks, shoulders, back muscles. Everything works to lift. So close, guys. Woohoo! Yes. We're done. You got 5? Oh, stretches. You're right. It is a great time to stretch. You got 5? Hey, come on. Let me hang you. Good girl. Good girl. All right, friends. We have done it. First circuit. First workout together of 2021, and we made it. I hope you guys enjoyed the New Year's circuit. Great combination work, plenty of sweat, full body workout, done super quickly. Just a great way, again, to move, to experiment, to find what you enjoy, and just to get your body moving, right? Move, move, move. That's the most important thing. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to an awesome 2021 together, even if we do hopefully find our ways back into gyms, back into fitness studios. I hope that we can all still find time together to meet here and work out via Facebook Live, via YouTube, and continue growing and improving together. So guys, thank you so much again. Always share, subscribe, review, like, all of those things that you can do to help get this word out, especially now when so many people are looking for resources for the beginning of the year. And lastly, if you do wish to donate any funds for these classes, Venmo, @StrongStyleFit is where you'll find me. Guys, I look forward to seeing you in a few days for our next workout. And until then, take care and have a little bit of fun before we're back to the real world post-holidays, right? All right, guys, we'll see you soon.